Hello again. Tonight we're gonna finish together a bottle of Cabernet from one of my favorite makers, as you know. And yes, we are having a California Napa Cabernet in Lebanon. I brought it with me just to tell you the truth, so because they're kind of hard to find outside of the US and even more particularly in places like Lebanon. It's just kind of that's what makes some of these wines so interesting to have directly from the property. So this is one of the Relic bottlings. It's a Laplace Cabernet Sauvignon 2016. 2016 was their first vintage of Mike and his team of Laplace. As we know, Mike always is trying different things and getting his hands on new sort of grapes, some different properties. So this is a tiny little property. It's Laplace. You know, they say it's basically the French word for like a square. So it's a small property just south of Calistoga on the Silverado Trail at the bottom of the eastern Napa Hills. Very well drained, kind of rocky, and also been farmed for the same family, the Barber and somebody else for a long time. So again, that model that you see a lot of in Napa, of the true wine farmers, let's say, that have this land, have been doing it for generations, and the winemakers like Mike and some of the guys at Realm and others who really tried to turn it basically into good wine. So Laplace, 2016 was the first time they were able to make wine out of there. Very small production, less than 2,000 bottles, just thereabout. It's 100% Cabernet. Unfined, unfiltered, aged in new oak for almost 2 years. So just really the full treatment. And I was just very excited to be able to sample that finally with my friend Mark, whom you've seen on some of the videos. I tried to save this after dinner just to be able to do the video. So that's all that's left. And we really enjoyed it with just a beautiful cut of meat. But I think it would have worked with a lot of different things. So 100% Cabernet again, and you can see that in the color, just an incredibly deep, dark color. This is a reasonably young wine, but again, with Mike's wines, we can often drink them relatively young without any problem. They're always so expressive, so generous. And this is the case here. When I first opened it, now, you know, it's like almost 8 hours ago, it was still closed, but I decanted it a little bit before putting it back in the bottle, and it just opened up beautifully. That beautiful red fruit, cassis, sort of just very dark, cassis liqueur almost, not sweet, but sort of deep, that you get with a beautiful California Cabernet. So that was really the nose. Even now, the nose is just incredible. And it's a pretty alcoholic wine. It's, 15%, as you can expect from a year like 2016, which was a hot year. And you feel that sort of on the nose, you just kind of that, not necessarily the alcohol, but the warmth, let's say. On the palate, it's just a beautiful combination of again, the fruit, beautiful tannins, very, very well integrated, very fine, a little bit of acidity, some astringency that you feel on the front of the tongue, and now it turns more into a bit of spices, a little bit of sort of flint, if you want, or pencil shadings, and so it's got that's kind of mix of things that really make it pull in different directions, but in a layered way, not in a contradictory way. So it's kind of really beautiful, powerful, but also very fine, very well integrated, very elegant. Some of the critics compare it to like a Chateau Margaux. Of course, I mean, maybe, but it's kind of that style. Not as discreet as you would want a typical Bordeaux to be, but some of the higher end Bordeaux really dare to be exuberant and really kind of completely expressive. And I think this is one of those wines, really beautifully expressive. The top Cabernets from Relic are always, I feel like this, and I've only had the ones from really good years. So, and you know, but who knows? But at the end of the day, they're very expressive. They're beautiful. They're rich. They're very finely integrated. There's really, they're not so round as to become sometimes boring. They do have different angles you want to explore. And at the end of the meal, you just keep thinking to yourself, wow, this was a really good wine. I wish I had more of it. So a terrific bottling. I have some of the subsequent years, you know, since then. And I'm looking forward to trying them all with you folks. Cheers and see you soon.